When painting fine glass-like strokes, we know that controlling the amount of water is key for a clean, smooth, tapered stroke. However, if you're painting these strokes on a wet surface to create a dreamy, atmospheric effect, you may notice that even with careful water control and minimal moisture on your brush, a small blotch appears at the end of the stroke, just as you lift the tip of the brush. This can be frustrating, especially when you're aiming for a narrow and delicate point. Here's 3 ways to solve this issue. Instead of painting from root to tip, try painting in the opposite direction, just going from up to down. And in your painting, this bottom area is usually where earthy tones naturally blend in, so it's slightly softer or fuzzier and here won't feel out of place. If the reversed motion feels unnatural for you, you can simply rotate your paper so the movement still feels familiar to your hand. After wetting the paper, use a clean dry napkin to gently blot certain areas, especially where you want your strokes to end. This dabbing won't fully dry the paper, but it will reduce and control its dispersion at the tip. Make sure your brush still holds minimal water. If your brush is too wet, you'll get a sharp and unnatural transition as the paint moves from a wetter spot into a drier one. You can just paint as usual, but separate it into 2 batches. Once some of the strokes are laid down, you can use a clean dry brush and gently lift or mop up the blotches. Since the surface will be still very damp, the paint will lift more easily, allowing you to shape or taper the tip more precisely without harsh edges. Then, once you've done this for the first batch, you can repeat the process for the second batch.